Hey there and welcome to Matt's Garage. Well, I'm here with a quick PT repair video. And right now we're just going to replace this O2 sensor. And so the first thing you want to do is just get that out and make sure it's got the right length wire on it and the right plug on the end of the wire. But that all looks good in this case, so we're going to proceed. The plug for this is just right down there. There's just a squeeze tab. Even though the plug's held, it's kind of a two-handed job to get it wriggled apart. So I'll just get my other hand in there. And sometimes if you just pull and press that tab, it can jam up. So if that's happening, you want to press in to press the tab and then pull apart. There we go. Got that apart, and it's definitely a good match. So now the rest of the job is down underneath, so I'll just shove that wire down there. So you'll need the car jacked up really high because you got to crawl right under there and reach up when you're under there. So I've got it jacked up, I've got it supported on some blocks there, and I have a 22mm open-end wrench. You're either going to need that, or they make special sockets for removing O2 sensors, but this is what I use. I just bought a regular wrench and cut it off, and then I add another big wrench to it for leverage as needed. So I'll try to demonstrate when we get under the car there. Hey guys, there it is. You see that blue wire running in? It's just behind the alternator, and it's actually very accessible. So as long as it's not seized in there really bad, this is going to be an easy job. I am going to have a struggle to actually show you guys what's going on. I can see that. Guys, I just broke it loose. I actually just got a socket that fit tight over the handle of that wrench and then used an extension for leverage. Okay, and there is the old one. You can see it's got a lot of deposits on it, and that's probably part of why it's not working proper anymore. It had triggered the check engine light. So these have a compression washer on them, just like a spark plug. And you just don't want to get anything on the end. Don't get any grease or dirt on the end. That's why I didn't use any penetrating oil when I took the old one out. There is some like lubricant on those threads, so it should go in nicely. And it's kind of tight against the alternator, so just watch those wires that you're not twisting them around too much. But yeah, we'll get under there, we'll pop that plastic off and just thread it in. Just make sure you get it started straight. This is where it comes in handy, having the short wrench. There we go. I just felt some of that lube hit the threads, and it's going in nice now. Okay, we're up against that compression washer now. And so we'll give it the final tighten. And we also want to make sure to pull this heat shield back away from the alternator a little bit, because we bent it in the process here. So these do not have to be incredibly tight, but probably about 30 foot-pounds. I will post a torque spec if I can locate one. I'm just going to give it a good snug pull on there. There, that ought to do it. That's pretty tight with that much leverage. So now we just make sure that the wires are routed the best they can be. And poke them up top here. And then we'll go up there and plug them in. There we go, nice positive click. And just make sure this wire is still, it clips into a holder there, and make sure that it's not on the manifold or the heat shield. I'm actually going to add a zip tie down here to make sure that can't happen. So there we go. I'm just going to add a zip tie to that wire to make sure it's away from any heat sources. Other than that, that's all there is to the job. You might have to do a few key cycles to get that check engine light to reset, or reset it with a scan tool. Otherwise, it should be good to go. So thanks a lot for watching Matt's Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.